speak this thing. So when I'm saying this amalgamation, to me, it's really precious that I'm doing it this way. Uh, and then every single statement that I say in this amalgamation, the entire thing, every neutralization, amalgamation, the divine energies, every single one of them has inside, just like every cell in our body has a DNA for the whole thing. And the DNA, the very center of it for me, this is the way I perceive it. The archetype of wholeness, the perfect prototype, the stabilized quintessence, homogenesis, the notion of and then my dad just called it the Superman. At the end of history, the product is the Superman. Then Terence McKenna also called it the Philosopher's Stone. The human being, the quintessential human being, that is the one with the divine. I am the originating source of all there is, and everything is balanced. The male and female are perfectly balanced. It's perfectly harmonious, perfectly prosperous as much as it wants to be, perfectly satisfied, perfectly fulfilled. And then that I am my pure soul essence light. It's like the pure light. And then that Lorraine said it once, like when we're born, like we're pure, the pure light, the concept that our original self is just pure light, and all of these experiences, maybe the term is the facade soul, all of these experiences we have, the traumas and the false beliefs and the false self-concepts, the false identities, all of these things cover it up, muddy it. The perfect lotus is muddy water and it gets dirty, it being corrupted and all that. So that the concept is, the goal is that original self that has no dirt on it whatsoever, no traumas, none of the imbalances, none of the falsehoods, none of that. So that's how I picked it up. That's what it means to me. And every statement in that, I am the divine amalgamation. I am my pure soul essence light. I am my higher selves. So that these are all of the aspects from the highest is just that the eternal, all that is, the cosmos, the universe, the ineffable, and that is the unspeakable, and that is already, when I say that is me, it becomes corrupted into a concept, and so it's no longer the truth. It's not, if you speak it, it's just no longer the truth. But that is me. If I can, that's just a device to point at what I mean, but it can't be spoken. So that is me, and then everything else, and then that with every soul in the universe is amalgamated in perfect balance, and then the universe-wide internet, the cosmic internet. So that's the way I picked it up, and then I was doing that, and then it has no victimhood at all. It has no blaming or accusing or all of those things that dirty, that are corrupted. What they are, they're not in me. Having the motive of any motive that I have to whether it's to make women have sex with me, or to whatever it is, whatever misconception I have, whatever false identity, being the Messiah, being all of those things, without any of that, the pure self that I am, that is completely projecting everything around it. We created this universe for ourselves to learn and grow from and enjoy it, and and fulfill our desires and dreams and the whole bit. Okay, so I felt like I was getting that, and I'm getting that, and I do acknowledge that I I do understand intellectually, and you acknowledge that I understand that intellectually that um, uh, that I was playing victim. When I describe what's going on, I'm playing victim, and then and then it perpetuates it. The more I stated, the more I perpetuated, and that's wrong. And then I was implementing that and saying, doing it the right way. What I was doing there had none of that in it whatsoever, none of that pollution in that whatsoever. So, having said that, so now there are things that I need to have voiced, and then so even though it may indicate victimhood, even though it plays the role of victimhood or is perceived in that way, I need to speak it. I need the permission to speak it and voice it. I need to play that role in order to express something, and I feel I should have the permission to do so. And then also, that from the very beginning this thing started, I felt at one point I was scolded for saying that Hilda is abusing me, and then I understand that I shouldn't say that because then I'm playing victim. But then this notion I've been wanting to, and then so ever since that point, from now, I felt like I've had to make this point that I need to make, and I wasn't able to. And I feel like if I need to make a point, even though it's wrong, even though it's victimhood, even though I acknowledge all of those things, I should be able to make that point. And all this time, how long ago was that I said that and that happened? Repeatedly, I've been trying to voice something in order to heal. And even though it's wrong, even though it's victimhood, even though it's an entrenched pattern, even though it's that term that used, I need to be able to speak it in order to heal, even though it's wrong. And I felt like repeatedly, no matter how many times I wanted to make that point, the assertion of the raising of the voice and the bad tone was used to prevent me from speaking it. I acknowledge it's wrong. I acknowledge it's victimhood. I acknowledge all of those things. I still need to speak this in order to heal, and I wasn't allowed to speak it. No matter what, I kept hearing, I've heard it at 50 times, I need to speak it, and I'm having the opportunity not to speak this. All the very core of it. If I see somebody outside there, comes and takes a bike that's there and rides it around, it doesn't mean that bike could possibly belong to them. But I need to be able to speak. That guy came and took that bike, took it away. And then be allowed to say it without being told, well, you're playing victim. That's your intention. I need to be able to speak what I see. That's my fundamental right, and it's been violated repeatedly over and over and over again since that one incident that you said that, and I don't know how long that was, that I haven't had the right to speak what I see. And I think that's a violation. And I need to speak it now, please. If in a civilized, intelligent, enlightened conversation, there does not need to be raising of voice and tone of voice to discourage me to assert another concept, but whether I'm wrong or not, I should be able to speak it, and I repeatedly wasn't able to speak it. And then so this is more important. I made a video there where my father had passed, and then I was discouraged from using the term God. And I understand all the falsehoods associated with that. And also I was discouraged from using the term prayer. And then that had really helped me, actually. That I felt set me free from a prison and opened up the whole new infinite universe. I was set free from the cage. I feel this whole world is trapped in that cage. This whole world, all the light is trapped in these false beliefs that are entrenched in humanity, and a lot of it is in the religions and in the traditions that we've adopted generation after generation. It's written in books, and then I really appreciate that. What happened was, then I was told that whether I perceived this correctly or not, this is what I got, was that what I had learned, these teachings, the originating source is another term we use instead of the term that we were using, and then all of these techniques, and that these are copyrighted. Oh, that's okay.
Oh my God.
That's okay. No, that's actually a good sign. That's when that happens in our culture. When that happens, that's like a blessing. Call that barakat. That's a good thing. Is that okay?
Are you all right?
Yeah,
It flew right at you. Oh. My God, I'm all right with that. I don't mind it being cracked. I just, anyway, go ahead.
So and then I was always scared to voice things that I needed to, because we had once before, like years and years ago, I think very soon after we first met, that we had that incident that you were talking about, a car accident that, I don't know, somebody hit you from behind, and then you were wondering why you created that, and then I said I don't want that to rub off on me, not as a bad way, but I said I was scared if I think about that, I might create that in my life, and I didn't want that. And then it seemed like when you heard that, you didn't like that to say what I had said, and then we didn't talk for a while, for a long while, maybe a year, I don't know. There was a gap in that. In our contact with each other, and then so I was scared that would happen again, so I wasn't voicing a lot of things that I needed to voice, because I didn't want that to happen. And then but I do need to speak of that. So that's why I'm saying this stuff now. I was keeping all this stuff to myself and not speak it. So did you, Tadi, tell Janet that we were tolerating the accusations, that false accusations, the threats, the gaslighting, the psychological torture? It's at the point that she started, what happened? You called me one day and said that she's threatening to sue, right?
Yes.
You tell me what happened. You told me what did she say?
She said she was getting a lawyer.
Yeah, articulate. Say just that. What she's getting all lawyer.
She got in front of me and said that she was getting an attorney.
Yeah, for what purpose?
To sue us.
What did we do? What do you think? What did we do? You think that she was saying that she has a right to sue us? What is the wrong that we did?
Nothing.
So then why do you think she said that?
I have no idea. She was making stuff up.
Yeah. Okay. And then do you think, and what was the accusation she was making?
I don't want to talk about this, Zeke.
No, I know. Look, Tadi.
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay. No, then don't. It's okay. Then don't. You don't want to talk about it, then don't. Okay, then we'll go. Okay.
No, I just mean, you can't talk all night.
No, if she doesn't want to talk about it, there's no point going on. We got to stop. There was a point I needed to make.
What point was you trying to make?
No, if you're angry, we can't do it. It's okay. Stop. Just stop. We're going to stop. We're going to go. Let it go.
All right, so are you turning your video off?
Yeah.